What's up, everyone?
Hey, everybody.
There's too many cameras now. Do I look at this one or do I look at this one?
No, we look at that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone?
So, we're here to do another MRE, I guess.
That's it. Yeah, we're here for another MRE.
And I decided that to mitigate the risk of eating an older MRE, that we're going to have a normal MRE with the older MRE.
That's good. That's good. Trying to dilute the poison.
Yeah, and I did eat lunch too, so I'm actually kind of hungry.
I did eat lunch. I get hungry at like 10:30 here. So.
Yeah, it's hard to. Okay, well, anyway, so this is, since, again, these are boxes that I bought. The problem is there's no date on the outside of the box, so I can't remember exact. It's definitely, I bought these a while ago. I just don't know how old they are. And the weird thing is that my understanding is the way the military packaging works, you have to open it to find out how old it is. And I'm not sure why they would do that.
Because I think sometimes you just need to get expired supplies across the border without anyone knowing.
I think it's partially so that you've already committed to it. And
exactly.
It's kind of like, okay. So I believe if I understand how this was made on the 158th day
Stop it.
of 93. Yeah, so this is pretty old.
Yep. That's young. That's older than my little brother.
Well, ooh, yeah. But
I don't like any of those sound effects.
So the seal apparently is, like, it hasn't puffed up.
No, that's a good sign.
So we know that it won't kill us.
Well, we reduce the chance it'll kill us.
So as you can see,
We should have did this at the end of the day. I got 4 more hours of work that I got to try to get done after whatever happens
we're gonna
here.
get in trouble. It's like, why weren't you at your desk? Oh, long story. Anyway,
feeling good.
One thing I'm gonna say is that you can tell that there was a transition period. A lot of earlier military rations were made with the idea that this was going to be a European conflict, basically for the Cold War. So the packaging started off brown and green. And eventually, like, this is a more recent one, you notice that this is a little bit more desert friendly.
Sure.
So just as a theater of operation change.
I feel like it should be a global law that no man shoots another man while he's enjoying his lunch. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's a good law.
You know?
Or, yeah.
We can't do anything. They're eating their lunch.
So in any case, this is a chili and macaroni.
Okay. Which will pair nicely with a chicken burrito bowl.
Menu 16.
I like how you
So
chose
this
that
is just the entree thing. What had happened is that, so I used to live in Los Angeles, and, you know, because of all the earthquakes and other natural disasters, I used to buy a bunch of these, and I just bought the entrees separately, which you can buy. So this one is, as best as I can tell, from 93. So it's been a while, because definitely there's not 893 days, because I've seen this before. Like, I was watching one of the other YouTubers who does this stuff, and my understanding is that it's a date and year, and so I think 158th day of 1993 makes sense. So this is,
there's no other way you could organize these numbers for it to make sense.
Yeah,
it's not like the 58th day of the first month,
and it was made at 11. Wow, it was made at 11 p.m. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Anyway, so that's
what's crazy about all this, not the fact that it's from 93. Someone was working at 11.
How old is this?
It's 23 years old.
25 years.
Yeah, well, my math's not good.
26 years old. Yeah. So this has been around for a while. So I'm going to start with this.
Will you please?
Yeah.
I don't want to end on whatever that's going to taste like.
Yeah.
We've already got our water boiling here. We're prepared this time.
Believe it or not.
All right.
And also, you know, it's interesting too, because I feel like, as much as I like the in-bag heaters, I feel like they don't get quite as hot as just boiling water. And since the age of this is
we're gonna heat this puppy up.
Yeah, we definitely need to heat it up. I'm not eating that cold.
Let me just throw that away here.
Sure.
See if this one has a cool date on there. No.
So the modern ones don't have dates on it?
Unless it's...
That's interesting.
P248, 248th day. None of that makes sense.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Wait, baked snack crackers.
Okay. I like
pulverized.
Pulverized?
Yeah, well, this is...
Why would you ever have to pulverize crackers? I think they're like combos, actually.
But feel that.
Correctly. Well, it is pulverized. Oh, you said I thought pulverized was on here.
No, it's not. That's not the military designation.
Hey, that might be like Cheez-Its or something like that.
Maybe? It
was, yeah, it's definitely.
Okay, so this is a Cran Apple Ranger bar.
That sounds good.
Well, I think it's like a granola bar. Yeah. What did we say this one was? Oh, this is the chicken burrito bowl?
It's a bowl with no bowl, so more like a chicken burrito.
I'm curious how that's going to work.
Chicken burrito MRE
Thing.
military
Okay.
wrap.
And again, this was from a crate of military ones. Although it's weird because now I notice that even though this is a military, this is from the box. That's definitely a distributed one.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. Almost the outside almost looks like a commercial pack.
Right.
So I think that the distinction between the commercial pack, and in fact, within the same box, you could see they were from 3 or 4 companies.
Yeah.
So definitely, it's not like before where they used to kind of make it a very uniform package.
We got our tortillas plain.
Oh, okay, yeah, those are always good. And then let's see what we have here. And then we have the accessory pack. Yeah, and if it has the accessory packet with the Ranger paper, as you say, and the spoon. Oh, hot sauce too. Yeah, you know that this is definitely like a military issue and not a civilian issue. The civilian issue ones, some have, some don't. By the way, this is not a value judgment. It's basically the same. It's the same food and the same packaging. It's just a question of like what source you get it from. It's a little bit cooler sometimes to get the actual military ones. And if you're into collecting,
right,
this is a little bit more desirable one. But it also means it had to fall off a truck somewhere. Pretty much, yeah.
Anyway. But there's nefarious ways to get them. I'm sure,
okay,
but.
So let's start with. Here, let's do the tropical punch.
Really looking forward to our authentic Mexican meal we're having here. Because someone who works in the studio doesn't bring us any real Mexican ever. When's the last time you brought tamales?
Wait, you brought tamales?
Oh, they're so good. His grandma makes them.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Is your grandma? Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Tell her I said hello. Did she ask about me? She does? That's good. Tell her I said hello.
I want to know why I have not tried said tamales, man. Holy smokes.
Well, you're getting the next best thing today, so.
Okay, yeah, you're right. This is
I'm not even gonna insult your grandmother like that. Like, they are incredible.
Okay.
Except when he first brought them, no one told me that I'd never had them before. No one told me that they were wrapped in corn husk, right?
Yeah.
So I ate the corn husk and I was like, yeah, I mean, it's a little rough around the edges, but it tastes fine.
So there's a little bit of cultural.
And
Right. I know.
Not a lot of
we're
Spanish
all from
people where I grew up.
Yeah, we're all from different parts of the country. Oh, I have spoons. Here.
I'm gonna just kind of.
We're all from different parts of the country, so I get it. Here is a drink spoon.
What's that mean?
Well, I had extra spoons so that we can also eat.
I was expecting like the old like cereal spoons. It was like half straw, half that used to come in cereal boxes.
Yeah. Okay. So while we're letting this boil, I'm gonna let it go for like another. Yeah. Could you make some more noise?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
No, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the fruit bar because we can eat that right away. So, yep. It's one of those.
Oh, cool.
Cranberry.
I think I'm gonna dilute this a little more. This looks pretty thick.
Oh, actually, wow.
Does it look a lot thicker than usual?
Yeah, I guess it's for a whole canteen. Well, what was the name of this one? It was
fruit punch?
Beverage Base Powder Tropical Punch.
I wonder if because it's not like a energy drink.
Add half canteen cup of water contents and stir. Allow water just chemically purified to stand 30 minutes before adding beverage part. Well, the water here is bad, but it's not that bad, so it should be fine.
I'm gonna dilute it just a little.
Yeah, that does look really strong. Beverage Base Powder Tropical Punch. I love the way the military names stuff too.
I know.
It's always great.
This tastes like medicine.
Really?
You bite into this yet? There's like a weird medicinal taste to it. Like at the end.
Oh.
No? Just me?
Well, it's like a cereal and a cranberry and no, I think I get what you're getting at. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't trust the military. There's probably some penicillin in this bad boy. Something like that, just to make sure our soldiers don't get sick.
No.
It's kind of weird. You guys want to try? I put my lips to this, by the way. Later? Okay.
After that review, well, anyway, cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Weren't we just talking about drinks?
We were. We need to find a way to get some alcoholic military rations.
Oh, that's right. So what I was going to tell you is, I totally forgot I was going to. Is that I tracked down. You know how I was talking about? There's only one military ration that I know of in the world that still has alcohol in it, and it's the Italians.
Okay.
Yeah. So I found a place that you don't have to like bid on it because obviously when you bid on it, they're so
Usually it's a
rare.
lot high.
It gets crazy high. So there's a place actually selling it retail. $200.
Well, that's all right. I got Paying God's credit card, so you just let me know, and I'll make that. I got access to the digits.
So
That's right.
the funny thing is, the normal Italian rations, which are also supposed to be really good, are $100. So that's already pretty high for a 24-hour pack.
Sure.
The ones with alcohol in it are 200. Like at first I thought there was an error with the website.
Just that bottle of.
Just that little bottle of alcohol because it's so rare, right?
Yeah,
Crazy.
that is crazy. That's what you pay if you go to like see a concert at the United Center. You pay $100 a glass of beverage.
So I'm
overpriced
okay
concert
with
stuff.
this actually.
Yeah, I complained about it, but then I ate the rest of my piece. So take that.
It's like a cereal bar, right?
Yeah, it's thicker. I think a little more.
I don't know what makes it a Ranger bar.
The Ranger bars that I've had in the past, I don't think were like. I thought they were more like the protein bars, kind of that were like But I guess I could be mistaken. I could be misremembering.
Shall we try to open this?
Yeah, let's see what kind of
Pulverized
crackers you got. Crackers going on here.
I've got a bowl ready because that does not sound.
Oh, yep, you're gonna recognize these bad boys.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh, hey.
Pulverized, cheddar flavored baked snack crackers. Cheez-Its.
Yeah, definitely Cheez-Its.
So, not too pulverized though, I guess, when you look at them.
Oh,
Are they good?
yeah. Despite the fact that they got demolished in the package, they're nice and crispy. No, actually, that's not bad. Okay.
They're Cheez-Its. They're good. Can't go wrong there.
Okay.
I think we can run the gauntlet here. If it hasn't killed it in there yet, it's not going to kill it.
Okay, well, shall we start the heating pack for the...
You want me to do the...
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Well, it's going to take a while anyway, right?
That's true. Let's see. Let me do this one. So again, if this is your first episode, these are the magnesium-based.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Heating units that come in MREs. They've got like a little strip. I can take the strip out. Well, maybe I shouldn't because I don't know if I'll be able to get it back in there.
Yeah.
They've got like a little... like different layers of powder here, and when water connects with them, they start to cause the water to boil, and that's how we heat up a lot of our MRE stuff here. Open this bad boy up.
So usually there's only one or two things that need to be heated.
Yeah, there's usually like a drink and then like one main dish.
Yeah. Is there a drink actually?
And there actually isn't it with this one. Sometimes there's there's coffee in there maybe.
Oh yeah, it's usually coffee.
Coffee's usually.
I'll open the
them.
accessory packet. Yeah.
Okay.
While we're doing that, I'll also open the accessory packet.
What you need?
You want to put it?
Yeah, if you got room over there.
Yeah, I got room over here.
Well, actually, I need you to hand it right back to me. So don't put it anywhere.
Okay. Oh, got it.
We're making this up as we go, gentlemen
Yeah.
and ladies.
Yeah,
All right, we're just gonna put a little water in here. You're not supposed to use too much, but we're on a time schedule here, so we'll just.
There is a fill line, isn't there?
Yeah, that's for rookies.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you've done this in the field before, so.
It's like look how this is the do not overfill line. So it's like what is 85% of the rest of this packaging for?
I'm not sure.
All right, so we'll seal that up, and actually we do what you did here, and kind of.
Yeah, I think that's what it's. I think that now that I've seen this, I think that's what it's for because they don't include the boxes anymore. So again, because I'm kind of old school, what I used to remember is a box like this. So what would happen is that you'd have that heating bag, and then you'd have the retort pack, and then you'd put the two together, and you'd stick it back into this box. But because they got rid of the box, I think that's more efficient.
We'll see how this goes. Hopefully that's.
Oh wait, she wants us to move that water.
Oh, yeah. Hector.
Yeah. You got it? Okay.
I'll knock that over later. Don't worry about that.
Okay, so the accessory packet contains coffee, instant, type 2, spray dried. Wow, okay.
That's really comforting.
Folgers, basically Folgers coffee.
Spray dried.
Yeah, and I love all the commas. Creamer, non-dairy, dry for coffee or tea.
Comma.
Okay, comma. Yeah, iodized salt. Okay, well that's pretty standard. Oh, they don't even include pepper anymore, huh?
Maybe not with this one.
Moist towelette.
Latex free.
Wow. Splenda.
Not even sugar?
What?
If I was a soldier, I'd be so mad if I would open up the pack to get my coffee.
I will explain
that
one reason behind military rations is that you're burning so many calories out on the field that the idea is that they actually try to maximize calorie input. So I'm a little bit surprised. This is for the fighter who's trying to watch their weight.
Well,
anyway, so anyway, a bag of Splenda. Oh,
well, actually, if you're diabetic, maybe that's an option. I don't know.
Yeah, well, which I am actually, but that has never stopped me on this show, by the way. But the other thing too, I do remember that Splenda is lighter because what it is that the way that the way the taste buds react to this. Mm-hmm. This is like twice the potency of sugar. So it has, so basically I guess you can less of it and you can still have the same effect.
Yeah, I made that mistake before using Splenda. The exact amount that I use sugar wise, packet wise, and it's triple as sweet.
Yeah, it's a lot more sweet. And then of course some gum.
So this is the hot beverage bag. So you put
so the other one didn't have it.
They're hit or miss on our other recordings, but so you would make, obviously you'd put the coffee in here, you'd put the water in here, and then you put it back in there with the heater pack. And the heater pack would also warm the hot beverage pack up so you could have a warm cup of joe.
Which is always nice.
Which is in the morning.
Yeah, especially when it's if it's cold out.
And most companies have other coffee stands anyway. So this is if you can't set up a actual chow line or something like that. So.
Right. And actually, you were saying too, right? You guys try to set up field kitchens.
Yeah, often, especially with all my situations. Obviously, I wasn't deployed anywhere, but there's almost always a field kitchen of some kind.
Right.
So this is the last resort. That there's no other way to get.
In fact, I was reading some other countries. It's really hard to get their military rations because they tend to not deploy as much. Mm-hmm. And so it's just harder to get them in the first place because they don't distribute them. You only distribute them if you're out in the field.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, you know what? This is the first time I've seen tortillas that didn't have peanut butter.
We have cheese.
Oh, there was cheese. I missed that.
It's got to go with our burrito bowl, right?
Well, the burrito bowl is this one. Okay, so shall we look at the one from the 90s?
Let's see what we're dealing with here.
Ooh, boy.
Just a 20-year-old chunk of meat marinating in a warm bath.
You wouldn't stop your description already because you're psyching me out in the opposite direction here. Okay, I'm going to turn that off because that one we were using the heater.
It's starting to heat up.
The texture, the shape of this bag is really weird. It's got a symmetrical pattern.
Who's weirding who out now?
Okay, well, anyway, guess what we're going to find out here. Okay. I'm going to cut it so I don't, because it's still really hot. We definitely transferred a lot of heat, so if it's messed up, then that means it's just... And you notice, I am going to point out this, you can tell that the era it's from, you notice that the tear marks are this way, right?
They hadn't quite figured out that it's easier to tear it
the other way and use it like a bowl. So you can definitely tell this is an earlier era one. This is definitely more probably just post-Cold War. This is probably Gulf War I when stuff was still sort of set up for European theater. Sure. Okay, do you want to smell it?
Yes.
It's not bad.
No, it smells fantastic.
So, in other words, this was, chili and macaroni, so chili mac.
And they still have that one in today's...
Oh, they do? Okay, yeah. So, it's kind of like a Chef Boyardee thing. And I'm going to go with the... I'll use the plastic spoon to scoop it out. So, I'm not going to divvy it up evenly here just yet. Well, I'll put it all out in one bowl. And then
sure. I trust you. I'm going to eat my crushed, cheese, cracker.
All right. Okay, so this is more for presentation purposes, so you can see the size. So again, I think that the weird patterning on this bag was actually to give it some structure because it's got basically ribbing almost, here. Yeah. Anyway.
Great minds.
I somehow I knew that was going to come up. Anyway, so if I were to show this now to the other camera, as you can see there, it's basically macaroni with beef bits.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in terms of
beef or pork. Let me double check. It is beef. Yeah, beef patty crumble. Interesting. All right.
In terms of dishes to try, I guess this is one of the safer ones.
Yeah, I figured, man, because from the commercial experience, you can open up a can of these like years later. Like, it's not a true
25
expiration date. It's like a best buy date.
Right, right.
I started looking up the technical definition, and there's no legal technical definition, but the difference there is that one is like, at a certain point, it will stop tasting right, but it won't be unsafe to eat. So you know, like whenever you watch these like post-apocalyptic movies, and they're like open up the old cans.
It's like all the games where like like you're still eating apples in the trash cans for health later. So those are actually kind of realistic.
Well, I don't know if your health bar would recover like that, but all right. So, do you want to use these spoons, or have you used enough of these spoons in your lifetime?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna flip this over because like sometimes if you don't flip them, like only half of it really gets warm.
Yeah, okay.
But you can feel. I mean, this thing's cooking.
Oh yeah, okay, that's good.
Probably because I put too much water in there.
Well, you're not trying to use it twice. So you say you can use those twice.
Yeah, I think that's why there are like layers to it. Okay. You should try to be careful if you're trying to heat a lot of stuff up.
All right. Well, so let's
bon appetit here.
Go. Yeah, that's from the 90s.
Stop saying that. It's hot.
No, it's fine. In fact, I dare say, I don't think it's changed much. So this is like, what did I say? So this is like 90. If it's 93, then 2000.
It tastes fine.
13. Yeah, it's like.
I mean, it tastes fine.
It's basically like 25
Famous
years
last
old.
words.
Yeah, well, if we're not at our desks this afternoon, you'll know what happened. But
and this is the last MRE eating show we're going to have in the office due to liability reasons.
Yeah, but I mean, what this tells me is,
wow.
Even though the expiration date, that's why it's interestingly enough they didn't put expiration dates on some of these.
Maybe because they were worried people would throw them away when they didn't need to.
When they didn't need to, and you know how, I know somebody who, a friend of mine, who ended up being in the Air Force, but when he was in ROTC, they made them eat food that was like 40 years old. Something ridiculous like that. Because it was all war surplus.
Oh, okay.
And so, and the inventory was sitting around, and it technically hadn't expired. Apparently it looked awful. And it didn't taste great, but it certainly did not make them sick.
Well, that's good. That's a pro. That's a risk I don't think I would let my students take in ROTC.
Yeah.
Maybe after they've signed their 4-year, 6-year contract, they can take as many risks as they want.
Well, they kind of own you, right? So
I don't know if you can see this. This is actually boiling.
Oh, wow.
So if you see down here, because especially now, I move the pack around and it's smoke alarms. It's actually boiling down at the bottom because it's so hot in there, which is kind of cool.
Okay, because we have some international viewers. Basically what this is kind of like a very mild chili and tomato sauce. The pasta is kind of typical for these kind of dishes where it's not al dente, so it doesn't have much bite to it, but it's not mushy either. It doesn't disintegrate, which is actually pretty amazing for 25 years, actually. That's the part that I think.
Did you give me all the sausages, or is there just a ton more meat than there is really pasta in these?
You know, there's way more meat than pasta. I think, well, that may be a sign of the times too. That back then they used to give it a lot more meat. Yeah. But in any case, and it's got little meat chunks in there, and so it's beef chunks in kind of I won't say spicy, but it's a chili, but not spicy, but a chili flavored sauce.
It's heavily spiced though. I mean, you know, for what may kill us later, it didn't taste bad. Do you guys want to partake in the risky 25-year-old meat? No? Is that a pass?
Well, I think aged a little bit is fine, but not 25 years.
All right, well, wasn't bad. You know, I got to be honest, it was not bad at all. I wonder if we should throw these in the heater. Heat these up a little bit.
That's a good idea.
Maybe loosen them up some. It's starting to die down a little bit. This thing's going to be hot.
Okay. So, again, this is chili mac. So in the U.S., it's a pretty common thing, but it's basically kind of like an American-style chili sauce with little elbow macaroni and bits of beef. Quite good.
It is phenomenal. It's incredible if you think about it. It's been kept for 25 years, all jokes aside, and it's still completely edible.
And I will say that it was in pretty good storage condition because it was in my apartment in LA.
Sure.
but it certainly wasn't like optimal. It wasn't like in some vault
Right.
somewhere where it was meant for food preservation. It was just like, it was in my emergency kit. And the sad thing is that tells you how long it's been since I've checked my emergency kit. Because I went in there and I was actually cleaning out my place like over Christmas, and I was like, what the heck is this? And I opened it up and
Yahtzee.
I was like, oh, because
You know who's gonna love this? Jared.
well, you know who I'm gonna make eat this?
Jared.
No, what happened was that I was like looking through it, and I thought that I only had emergency kit items in there, not actual food. And I go, wait a minute, I put food in here. Well,
And here we are.
But like I said, with most of these things, if it went bad, you'd know.
Yeah, they puff up, right? Because they release a lot of
Bacteria. If the bacteria gets in there, then the bacteria will like anaerobic, and it'll generate outgas.
Right.
And then that bag will get all puffy.
How much do you think it cost to make that package of chili mac in terms of like an actual?
So the weird thing is, in some countries, instead of cans, you can actually buy food,
Over-the-counter food
in these packages. It was developed for the U.S. military, but interestingly enough, like when I was in Japan, instead of getting spaghetti sauce in a bottle, it would be in a bag. And I cut open the bag and I'll just pour it out.
I guess packaging aside, like to keep something that can preserve, is it all the packaging you think? Or 90% of it the packaging that keeps these things alive?
So a lot of it are the preservatives.
Do I not want to know what preservatives are in there at this point?
Yeah, I think that's...
Like, am I going to be this size now for the rest of my life because of the preservatives? I paused for a second there because I was like, well, I don't think I'm growing anymore anyway. So,
yeah, well, I
stopped growing in the second grade.
We all grow...
Well, yeah,
but anyway, actually, it's not that bad. It's mostly spices. So I think it's mostly the process of basically canning it. And I think I've told the story before, right? But like the whole process of canning food was actually for military reasons. It was Napoleon.
Really?
Yeah. So what happened was that Napoleon. The problem with moving large armies across huge, distances, is that they tend to run out of food. And if you start taking the locals' food away, they kind of don't like that.
Yeah, I can see that all
some
lining up.
Some of the things was like, how do we bring food along with us? But obviously, it's difficult to have every soldier cooking all their meals. So he said, okay, well, let's look for a method of preservation. And he did what we would call in modern days like a challenge grant. Like there was a prize, they would award a prize to whoever came up with it.
He would be killed probably.
Yeah, well, they actually gave a prize out to whoever, the industrialist that could come up with a good way to preserve food.
Cool.
And so that's where canning came about. Sadly, the can opener hadn't been invented yet. So you can figure that one out.
What was the preferred opening?
There was
a sword slash across.
There was no method to actually open the cans. The can opener came later.
He was hoping for a second grant to be opened up, where he's gonna be like, "Oh look, I invented the can opener." It's no.
So it took a little while. I think it wasn't like far behind, but it took a little while. So initially, and I saw a historical thing, and I don't know how accurate it was, but it wasn't an individual sized group. It was for like, they didn't really have squads back then, but it was for like a group of men. It wasn't just for a single person, like maybe a
like
10.
those big number 20s, and then they're called number 20 cans.
Oh, we gotta hurry up.
Oh, yeah, all right, let's dig into this then, the non-poisonous one.
Okay.
I heat up the tortillas, so hopefully they're a little loose here.
Okay.
Well, they're not supposed to be loose, tortillas?
Yeah.
Are they sad? Do they make you sad?
Yeah, someone's reacting over there because these aren't really tortillas, but anyway.
We're gonna make them into our own little bowl here. Huh?
Oh,
There's no way that's what this is for.
She's going nuts.
This
is really
authentic Spanish food here.
Mexican
food here. And as you can see, as we were saying earlier, right? This one opens.
Oh yeah, see side to side.
So this actually is the bowl, I guess. And the tortilla is a... There you go, a little chicken and rice, I guess, action going on there. You want to dump it in a bowl first, or you want to just kind of like...
Oh, let's put it on the plate, so that way everyone can see what it is. Okay?
It's like toothpaste coming out of here.
Wow, I hear kind of...
Oh, look, I made like a little chicken mountain. And it fell.
Okay. So it's chicken and rice and beans in a sauce. Yeah, I don't know how this is a burrito or Mexican.
Or a bowl.
Well, it doesn't say Mexican. Actually, no, to its defense, it does not proclaim this is Mexican at all. All right. Do you want to?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
shovel this in here.
Yeah, however you want to do it. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
actually that is probably the optimal way. Just and then fold the tortilla up, or. Yeah, I don't. That might be too much filling. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, it's tearing. Okay. Good. It's not Mexican, but it's actually pretty good. Actually, I like it.
My tortilla stability is falling apart quickly. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's not near as warm as I would have liked it to be, I think, still, like you were saying earlier. Like, while those do heat them up, also, we're on a time schedule. I guess we're probably not heating it up for the recommended time you're supposed to be anyway.
Oops, sorry. Here, would you like a... These aren't big here than I expected. Should have pre-cut these.
Oh, we left out the cheese. You don't want to take this cheese back with you to your desk and munch on it the rest of the day?
Oh, yeah. Just squeeze a tube of cheese into my mouth.
You know? It's just a normal Tuesday here at the office. This one's childproof. How do you get this one open?
Do you need a knife?
Oh, maybe. They don't see a little tear thing here.
It's weird, though, because you're supposed to be able to just open it.
I think that there's a... This is a bloodstream. I mean, if we did hurt myself on this show, though, just do me a favor. Don't turn the cameras off, right? We need the
I
views.
think that actually be really good for ratings.
We need the views. I cut that thing, and I still can't get into this. You got
What is it made on?
1,400 different little things on here. What's that? A bottle opener?
Yeah, well,
I don't know what
because
that one was.
it's got a can opener.
I just need a. There we go.
Unlike the early Napoleonic troops.
The trick is to know exactly where your finger starts and ends.
I was gonna say, wow, watching it. Wow, you have. I mean, you have cooking experience. So.
Yeah, and you got to cut yourself a couple times before you really get a feel for how to use a knife. So there you go.
I don't subscribe to that, but okay.
Do you want me to dump?
Yeah, just dump
here?
it on top of all this.
Here you go. Look at that. Did you say when? Is that?
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, do I have to?
Yeah, there we go. This is basically Cheese Whiz. I mean, that's what we're
Yeah.
we're loading in here.
Or
Do you guys
Velveeta.
want some Cheese Whiz? I mean, when you think of cheese, this is what you think about, right? Just kind of like a toothpaste like.
I am going to say that I was actually surprised because when you have the French RCIRs, which we did, the cheese was actually not that different from this.
Yeah,
I think it's the only
not many
cheese you
options
can. Yeah, I
do.
think in terms of preserving cheese, that's about all you can do. Okay.
I'd give it a 7.
Yeah, and then we should probably describe it a little bit. It's basically rice, beans, chunks of chicken,
Corn,
and corn
maybe some pepper.
in a bit of a tomato cumin type sauce. And again, I think if you're American, this is kind of like taste of home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not for everyone, but I mean for most.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. I'm kind of upset this one didn't have a dessert in it. I guess maybe the Ranger bar is supposed to be
I think the Ranger bar is supposed to be the dessert.
sugar.
No, anyway. The Splenda, yeah. Although it did have the crackers as a snack, although they really disintegrated. Like, if you take a look at that, they really fell apart. That's why I was always impressed by the German crackers because they're always like,
Yeah,
you open it up and they're all just like 100% pristine.
All right, well,
Anyway,
thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
If this is the last time you see us, it's been an honor.
Yeah.
We'll give you an
I have
update.
a few more of those boxes.
If this isn't the last time you see us, tune in next time to see if that's the last time you'll see us.
And I tried to put in an order for some foreign ones, so hopefully we'll get some of those soon. Okay. Thank you very much.
Till next time.